So first question is the most common question that we common people discuss in our day-to-day life when we meet others for a cup of tea. And that would be, why does courts take so much time to finish one procedure of a single, say, case? If it is a criminal trial, it sometimes take more than 10, 12 years to finish. So why is it so?
In India, judicially is overburdened with lots of cases. It is right that lot of cases take longer duration compared to other places, other countries, and also sometimes the litigants lose patience once it's taking decades or more than decades, and it costs them a huge period in their time running around courts. But at the same time, we have to understand that again we are a developing nation, and most of the infrastructure we had inherited from the British. And after 1947, our priorities have been more on physical infrastructure development than on health education. We have still not come down to a level where we are focused in having good infrastructure in various parts of the nation. So maybe in Delhi you will find a robust judicial system, but other places we are still working from old courtrooms and not having enough courtrooms, not having enough employees, not having enough judges, fund crunch. So till the time that is evolved and we have a good infrastructure, at the same time, sometimes delay also happens because of the investigating agencies. So that also delays the procedure of getting justice.
Yes, but if we see certain cases, see, there is no doubt that judiciary is the one of the most important institutions of India to run the constitution well. But suppose if we take the example of any famous case, suppose Nirbhaya case is there, where the charge sheet and everything was done in, I guess, some 5 or 6 months only. After that, the conviction was done by the first court in under a year only. How much can you justify this fact that this whole case took more than a decade or almost a decade?
You answered my question. In any jurisdiction, after you're convicted, you are in jail, right? And after that, you have a right to appeal. So what took time were appeals. And what happens, you go to a higher court, then you go to Supreme Court. It's just that they also have a place to appeal. And higher courts look at if there's something wrong in the judgment pronounced by the lower court. In that case, those verdicts can be reversed or some relaxation could be given. So nothing like that happened in the Nirbhaya case. But as accused, they also have a right to appeal, and that's what they got.
Is it not really concerning for the even citizens of India and the judicial officers, for the fraternity of judiciary, that it creates a certain opportunity for say accused to manipulate the evidences and many more?
So once you've convicted, it's irrelevant if you can temper the evidence or not, but your conviction is done. So what higher courts will look into, if there has been any procedural lapse, any legal lapse. So if you have been wrongfully convicted, so if those things are there, then they might consider your plea. Otherwise, they would uphold the conviction of the lower court. So
we don't know about the delay. I mean, it is definitely you know about the delays, but 10 years, more than 10 years it's really a big time.
But the verdict came much before 10 years. It was only appeals which were mostly rejected. So if they were convicted, that part of the process is over, right? So where's the delay? There's no delay in that case. But for example, if conviction happens after 7 years or 10 years or 5 years or 6 years, then of course it's the right case for delay. But you cannot take away right of anybody to appeal.
It might be a global truth that the appeal system takes time. Although we are very notorious to, our country especially, to take much more time to, finish a trial as compared to other nations, especially Western countries. But still, we see, if suppose there is an other example, some people who were convicted in the Akshardham 2002 case, they were found non-guilty after 6 years of time spent in jail. Even after that, they were not compensated with anything. for their time that was totally wasted in their life of pressure 6 years in jail. What do you say? What would you say about that?
Right. So in India, the compensation system has not evolved, right? So that's for legislature to look into, and it's more of a policy issue than issue for the judiciary. And I think the government should come up. If there's a wrongful incineration, then it's right for the government to compensate. But also look at burden on the courts. For example, Supreme Court of USA hears 84, almost around 84 matters in a year. In our Supreme Court is People's Court. One court hears more than 100 matters in a day. So if they're hearing that much of a matter, our speed of providing justice is quite good. But at the same time, we have huge population, too much of litigation, and at the same time, we are still struggling with infrastructure. And it's not just for judiciary, it's for everything.
Yeah. We can see that we are not significantly changing our infrastructure, especially when it comes to these, judicial institutions, whereas we have rapidly grown in our population. That can be a reason. Let's just jump directly to the next topic about the powers.